between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. The 20, down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at their 49.
From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Quick throw complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
The kick is
and
good.
His kick is right through.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchdown. Touchback
at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 7.
throwing again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
6-yard pickup.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we...
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
18 on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jacob Hollister, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. A beautiful fake. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
14.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And going deep downfield for Boykin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
At the Steelers' 26-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And this return is going to be haunted right around the 28-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
A gain of 50.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And they'll try to run the option here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A 32-yard down.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
31.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete.
Jackson.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second and 10, here's Jackson again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? First down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
A gain of 50 yards.
That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
On the carry.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run. Got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tries
but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Mixon, the ball carrier. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Third down, Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Today's final